1. Arjuna Vishada Yoga, the yoga of Arjuna's despair. Background setting. The Bhagavad Gita starts on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where two great factions, the Pandavas and the Kauravas, are about to engage in a war for a kingdom. This battlefield is not just a physical space, but represents the inner conflict that every individual faces between right and wrong, duty and desire. The first verse of the Gita has King Dhritarashtra, who is blind, asking his minister Sanjaya to narrate the events happening on the battlefield. Open quote, Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsava. O Sanjaya, assembled in the field of Dharma at Kurukshetra, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do? Close quote. Here, the king acknowledges that Kurukshetra is a Dharmakshetra, or the field of righteousness, where the great battle of good and evil is about to unfold. Arjuna and Krishna. As the war is about to begin, Arjuna, the greatest warrior of the Pandavas, instructs his charioteer, Lord Krishna, to place the chariot in the middle of the battlefield. Arjuna looks around to see his enemies, and much to his shock, he sees his family members, teachers, and friends standing on both sides, preparing for battle. These are people he deeply cares about, Arjuna's inner turmoil. Upon seeing his loved ones ready to fight, Arjuna becomes filled with intense doubt and confusion. He is torn between his duty as a warrior and his love and compassion for his family. Arjuna says, open quote, I do not wish to kill them, O Krishna. What pleasure will victory give me if it comes at the cost of killing my own family? Close quote. His emotions overwhelm him. His heart is full of sorrow, and his body shakes with fear. He sees that the war will lead to nothing but destruction, and this makes him question the very purpose of the battle. Arjuna's despair. In the next verses, Arjuna expresses his grief and helplessness. He states, open quote, how can I fight against my own teachers and family members? What will the world gain from the destruction of my loved ones? I cannot do this, Krishna. I feel weak and afraid. Close quote. He then drops his bow and sits down in the chariot, overwhelmed by his emotions. The first lesson of the Gita. At this point, Lord Krishna begins to speak. He doesn't immediately offer any solutions, but he starts by asking Arjuna to rise above his emotions and fears. Krishna's words here are meant to teach detachment from the results of actions, to emphasize the importance of duty, dharma, over personal emotions. The first chapter of the Gita, therefore, sets the stage for the spiritual journey that is about to unfold. Arjuna's despair represents the human condition, confused, emotionally driven, and unable to see a way forward in times of crisis. This brings us to the end of chapter 1, where Arjuna has placed his doubts and confusion in front of Krishna. And now Krishna will guide him, not just in the battlefield, but in the battle within his own heart. Let me know if you want me to continue further into chapter 2.